Kieran Bryan's been locked up in a Russian prison for the last 2 months. These were his first moments as a free man.
Kieran, you're live on Sky News. How did it feel to be out?
Very, very good. This was the longest morning of my life, I think. It was. I thought they'd forgotten about me after breakfast, but it's good to be outside and see the sky for the first time for a while.
Your family, your friends are watching this back in the UK. What do you want to say to them?
Just to everyone who supported me and the rest of the group, keep fighting. We're not free yet. This is the first step. It's a glimmer of justice, but it's not finished, so keep fighting.
What has this been like for you?
Tough, really tough, for everyone, I'm sure. More than anything, it's the isolation, not being able to speak to anyone, not being able to speak your common language. Being trapped in a cell for 23 hours a day is something I don't ever want to experience again, and you know there are a lot of people inside who have to carry on doing that, so I'm glad to be out.
Pale and noticeably thinner, but with his sense of humour still intact.
What are you looking forward to most?
An improved diet.
His first priority now is to speak to his family. It's still unclear what happens next.
Kieran, did you have your passport back?
I did, yes.
Woohoo! He's been driven off in the car there, but importantly you heard there, he said he has got his passport back. He's being taken to the hotel now. He'll have to register at that address. And from then, it is unclear whether he will now have to stay in St. Petersburg or whether he can finally start to make plans to go home.
He was on board the Arctic Sunrise as a cameraman, a British journalist. He was arrested at gunpoint with the rest of the crew and held in the Arctic port of Murmansk. Alexandra Harris was one of the youngest to be held.
The first week it was hard, really hard.
Thank you, bye-bye.
It was nerve-wracking, not knowing what was going on. I was in a cell on my own, it was scary.
Then came Frank Hewitson from London, engineer Ian Rogers from Devon, and Anthony Perrott from South Wales. But the last British man, Phil Ball, is back in prison tonight. He's been told he will be granted bail, but not until next week. And for all of the relief of those who are now out, they know they're still a long way from going home. Katie Stallard, Sky News, St. Petersburg.